In this video, we're putting together the Bladeguard Ancient from the Indomitus Boxset. Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is the Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming channel, where we look at all kinds of tabletop and role-playing games. In this video, while the train is going past, we're looking at building the Bladeguard Ancient in our ongoing Indomitus Boxset build-along series. So, grab your tools and we will get started. So this is the Ancient, so the big banner boy, which is a really nice model. A few people have been like, I don't like it. Most people have been like, it's really cool. It's a skeleton with golden wings. What more can I say? I actually do like it. So let's get stuck into it straight away. So we need a few parts. Most of it pretty much goes together very quickly. So let's get the sprue out that we have going, which is the G sprue. And in each video I'll try to bring it up to see what we need to get. So we do need to get G15 through to G18. So grab our clippers. We'll go G15 first because it is obviously that one right there. It's no big deal. And so just be wary of this one here. It does, when you clip, it does bend. There seems to be like a bit of pressure gets relieved, and then the pole itself does bend, so something to be aware of. And there are some spikes, so there are some spikes just up in this section here to be careful of. So being super careful. And it is the same on the bottom as well. So that's the bottom part. I'm also going to cut out the arm as well, and we can do that all at once simply because this is a relatively pretty simple model. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. And we'll get rid of that one, and then we need the front of the body as well. So we'll cut this out. So this is likely the most simplest model in the entire kit. We also need G17, which is the head, so it's pretty close by, so you don't have to move around the sprue too much. And he seems to have the iron halo on its head itself, which, I don't know, I think it's a little strange. I don't particularly like it. And the backpack, which is G18, which is just a standard backpack. So nothing too special going on there. And that's all the pieces we need. We do need a 32mm base, so I'll just grab one as well, just to double check. Oh, sorry, no, it is a 40mm base. So we'll just double check, that's a 40mm base? That is a 40mm base. And we will need a little bit of rock as well. Oh no, the feet go in it, that's right. Okay, so let's start putting this puppy together. And I've already lost a piece. Oh no, where did it go? What the hell? I've seriously lost a piece. It's just gone. It was a big piece too, and I don't know where it's gone. It went hiding in a printer under the desk. Wow. So there you go. Of course, we do some quality production at this channel. So this part of the sprue here, the connection point, is actually pretty chunky, so it doesn't hurt just to clip away with clippers. There we go, it's not too bad. But it's pretty chunky, so take your time on cleaning this bit up, because you do want the cloak to be pretty flat. And in fact, I'm going to go in with a file instead of clippers and a knife. Definitely, no, I think we're going to need some of the knife. Yeah, it's a big chunky bit of the model. So if you are building along in this series, let me know in the comments whereabouts you're up to. I'm getting through. I've almost done most of the, I guess, HQ for the entire thing. I'm not quite uploading as I'm going. I'm recording in bulk, but it is uploading in the order that I'm doing it. So you have that. All right, that's not too bad. That came up nice. And also on the other side. So I'll just clip that away. Oops, clip that away a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty chunky. This is probably the chunkiest connection that I've seen so far. so just be pretty careful with it, but it should be okay. I don't see, if you just take little bits off at a time, it should be alright. And you can definitely feel that there are some extra bits, and you may get some other bits off, but we can clean that up with this bad boy. It seems to be, actually I want to use the round one for this, I think. Doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. Feels pretty flat. I'm worried about that bit there, but that might be alright. Okay, so there was a few more bits in there. What was I saying? Yeah, I hope you are enjoying building these models. I am. I think I've said before, it's not just that these models are new. You always get the good feeling when you're putting together a whole bunch of new models. I really love the design of them, particularly the Space Marines. And I think I've mentioned that a lot, simply because it's true. So I am really enjoying doing them. So we have that one there. Let's get everything out of the way. Clean off my clippers. So there are a few bits, so it was difficult to get that bit out. Well, that's a loud train. Wow, okay. I do live near a train station, so we do get some loud trains every now and again, particularly when they don't stop at the station. When they stop, it's a bit quieter, but that one was going straight through. So yeah, just be careful of the bits around the top, because you don't want to dig too deep and cut off some of the spikes. In fact, it's probably just better to go in with one of these. And also careful here you don't bend the pole, which I felt like I was doing then, because you want to keep it straight and spiky. Okay, this is coming up nice. So I have all these videos in a playlist as well. I guess it's the, I can't remember exactly, I think it's the Indomitus Boxset playlist, which, you know, I'll keep adding to. If I do some painting tutorials, painting videos, I will put those in. And anything else that comes from it. Eventually I'll get to some rules. I do want to go through the Crusade rules as well and talk about that bit, because I think Crusade is probably the biggest addition to the game, other than the terrain rules. I really love the reworking of the terrain rules. I think that definitely helps the game. Okay, that seems to be good. Not perfect. I can still feel up there a little bit, so let me just trim that a little bit more. I think I went a little bit too hard in there with that. I'll just trim it back a bit, file it down. There we go. So we have the body done there. Let's just put that at the top there. Now, in the instructions, I'll just bring it back out again. You put the head in the middle. No big deal. It's a head. There are some mold lines that are somewhat a pain to move, but we'll just give that a little bit there, a little bit of a 1-2, and the rest it's pretty fine. So this is actually pretty easy to put together. Right. So the instructions, we'll bring the instructions back again. It looks like it almost goes right through the middle, somewhat. There doesn't really seems to be, I think it just goes around the edges and the head goes in, and then the backpack goes in and locks into place. So let's just do that. Okay, so first of all, put a little bit of glue in, just in there, a little bit around the edges, put a little bit more at the back because you're not going to see that. And then the head goes in. No issues there, and that locks into place. It's nicely keyed. And then we can put just a little bit more glue there around the neck. And that should just completely slide together, which it does. Lovely. And I like the fact that the cloth, I guess, it's not a jacket or anything, it doesn't actually need to connect. It's not designed to connect, which is what you get on some models. For example, on the Judicator, whatever, it does have that mold line right there where it joins, which is always a bit of a pain, but you can green stuff that together. So we have that one. That is awesome. Easy. So let's put the arm on and then we'll put the backpack on. So pretty straightforward. I'm just using clippers to get most of this off. And then I use the knife just to cut bits and pieces off. Seems to be okay. Then I use this knife just to flatten it out a bit, get a little bit more off, and then we'll use the file just to really get that down. And that feels somewhat good. I'm sort of looking at a weird angle just to see if I can see it. There is a little bit of a raised surface, but for now, that's fine. We can always come back and deal with that later. We can do that. Tidy that up, and that's all good. And then down the arm, got a little bit down there too. And then you have the other hand for slapping fools, and everything else looks pretty good. So this just slides right in, so I'm not even going to bother. I'll put some glue there, and we'll put some glue on the peg, and just a little bit there, and that's all we'll need. And that will slide in and stick right there. So you could kit bash this. It's not too difficult. You could do some other cool stuff with it. Rotate the hand a bit, give it a sword if you want. But that's pretty much it. And then the backpack. So just tidy up this bit. It is difficult to get in there because I don't want to cut off the two nubbin bits. And I have dug a bit too deep into that. I do that. Even though I do have a sharp blade, I do seem to dig in a bit, so always something to be careful. I don't know if other people have that problem. Let me know if you do. Or not. Okay, so that's fine. There's all spikes there. We can ignore that. And we'll just get the file and just file it down. Blow off a bit of the sprue, a bit of the plastic there. So yeah, it's not amazingly flat, but that might be okay. I'll just flatten that out a bit. But like I said, we can come back and fix that up later. So we can just dab a little bit of glue here, and that should be enough to hold it all into place. And it should... Okay, I'm going to chop this bit off because it doesn't quite go in all the way. I thought that may be an issue, but what we'll do, we'll just a little bit of glue there, and in we go. Done. Let's stick this bad boy in a base and call it a day on this one. A little bit of glue, and it, oops, hit the backpack there, and in it goes. There we go. There we go. Kind of all the way in. Let's push it down a bit more, and it's in. And we'll just line up the backpack again. There we go. That one was super easy. Probably one of the easiest ones. So the reason the backpack didn't go in properly, there is, I showed the insides. There is basically a hole there and an equivalent hole on the other side of this piece, and technically they're meant to line up. It didn't. I don't think it lined up properly, which is why I couldn't get the backpack in. I thought that may have been the case, so that's why I just cut off that bit, just to give it like a little peg, and we can plug it in that way. So there you go. Still needs a little bit of a clean up, the backpack and the shoulder, but overall, it's not too bad. Let's just push this down a bit more. It's not quite in all the way. There we go, that's better. That's much better. So there we go. Bladeguard Ancient with an amazing icon banner with his dead friend and he's carrying his dead hand. It's a bit weird. Yeah, lots of detail on this one, particularly up in there with all like the purity seals, which are pretty cool. You can do some really cool stuff there. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and if you are enjoying these and doing a build along, definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell so you can see when the next ones come out. But yeah, leave a comment if you like this one, like this model. I like it. There is a little bit there. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.